Hey Japadians, welcome back to Akomolafe family channel. This is Bumi Akomolafe for, is it 8 days now? Today is day 8. And I don't think it would be sensible or fair to always report the good sides and not report the challenging bits as well. So I've been having so much difficulty in the last 5-6 days. I mean, since the last video, let me put it that way, because it was shortly after then that the light went. I think it went, they gave us just one time and then it went again, because I remember in my previous video, I was praising that there is a light and light generally has improved. I think this light outage that we've had for the past 6-7 days, apparently is because of something that got damaged with the government light. You know, I think they said national grid collapsed or something like that. I think that happened since last month. That seems to have affected a lot of areas with regards to the light, and unfortunately our area is one of the badly affected areas. So for the first time my inverter was put to test, we could only survive on fan. Sometimes I had to put my freezer off, and that's the one that actually really broke my heart, because I'd already bluffed that my freezer would never go off. But unfortunately, not only my freezer went off at the point, even my fridge went off as well. So yeah, very challenging week. Today, we went out today and I was already thinking, I went to the shop, you know, to see the workmen and see what they are doing with regards to the shelving, and you know, the painting had just been done. And then I was already worried about when I get back home, are we going to go through this inverter issue again? And it's not like it's not really charging, it's just because there's so much rain and there's no sunshine. So the battery is not charging as it should. It's not giving enough power to sustain us through the night. So if we are supposed to like use the battery through the night, we'll have to take off load from it to be able to use light and fan. So things that draw power like AC, like, you know, freezer, fridge, all those things, we'll have to kind of shut them down, maybe shut one of them down or something like that, to be able to have power through the night. So it's been particularly challenging. I just want to put out there as well, I see that a lot of people are asking for my artisans who helped to do some of my work. So when I went to the shop today, I caught up with Wale. Wale is the solar camera guy, and he's also knowledgeable about the solar in the inverter system. So Wale is the engineer who did our solar camera, and also did the installation of our solar panels. At the shop, I saw Mr. Paul as well, who is the furniture maker, who made all my furniture that I showed in my previous video, and is also doing my setting up the shelves for the shop. He was also there. So in as much as they do work for me, and I can vet their work, I know that they know what they're doing. And not only that, they respond. Even when you're having issues, they will respond to you swiftly. And that's one thing I like about this team. I'm not giving anybody any perfection. I'm not saying that they are perfect, but they are dedicated to their work, and their work is up to good, high standards. And they respond. If there are issues, they pick up their phones, they respond to you swiftly. So those are the reasons that I like them. But having said that, as with workmen, so many things can alter somebody's actions. Like say for example, you are expecting them and they are running late, traffic, or sometimes it could be other reasons. I would say that always vet as well. So I don't want people to just take my word for it. Don't say because Mr. Akomolafe recommended these people, they are perfect people. No, I would say be present in your work so that you can get the best out of them. Monitor what is being done so that it's done according to your taste, and make sure that if something is not looking right, tell them to check and recheck again. So because nobody is beyond mistake. So please make sure that you monitor their work. I think the next thing for me, basically, just checking about how I feel at this point, to be honest. Honest now feeling. I think I'm very stressed. And I think by my face, you can tell we've been out all day. So, and in the kitchen, unfortunately, there's no AC in my kitchen, so I'm sweating already. But thankfully this night, they just brought the light after 7 days of no light. 7 days of no light. So my battery is charging nicely. And I'm so happy that tonight I can sleep peacefully with the AC on. So yeah, I'm so happy for that. I went out today to the open market to buy some goat meat. And that's what I'm cleaning right now. So bought some goat meat. I've actually splitted it into two, cooking half of it now. How I'm feeling, how am I feeling right now about Nigeria generally and the experience? I will start from the children resuming school this week. Ah, man. I think sometimes, and oftentimes, I want to even say sometimes, Nigerians overcomplicate things. The experience with my son's school so far has not been very pleasant in the sense that they seem to be biting more than they can chew. You know, they are just really money driven, I would say. They are more concerned about you being up to date with your school fees. They lack organizational skill. Like they are so disorganized. There are long queues in unnecessary places. People are waiting for lengthy period of time to get things that they had the entire holiday period to have sorted out. So I remember during the holiday, I was the one that was even having, I was having to chase them. What do we need to do now? What do you need to do now? Should we not be doing this? Should we not be doing that? They say, oh, just wait, don't worry till the week of reception, then we can do this. There are things that they could have done earlier than now to kind of avoid the kind of stress and the kind of crowd that they have in the last 2 weeks. But clearly, they did not do anything about that. And it's really shameful because they had all the time in the world to do that. So I'm not going to mention their name because I don't want to spoil business for anybody. But I said after the first time, I'm going to review to see if I'm going to move him away from that school and consider another school. There's no way that you would go and stay in a child's school for the entire 9 to 5 duration because they are resuming, and then you take the entire week and calling it orientation week, expecting the parents to bring them from morning till late in the afternoon to come and run around and get uniform and get textbooks and register for this, for that. You know, things that could have been done, you know, like during the holidays or maybe one dedicated day. They should even have a system where, in fact, at the point they didn't know who had paid for what. There was nothing, no system in place to know who had paid for what, and we were just all over the place. And I just begged my brother. My brother took him. Day when my brother was not there, and I went there, and they expected me to be doing the same thing. When I asked, what am I going to do this? They say, go to that room. When I get to the room, there's a long queue with my baby who is, you know, not, she doesn't like that kind of atmosphere. She's going to cry in any minute. So I said to them, I said, there's no way I'm doing this. I can't do this. There's no way I can do this. So they said, okay, let him go to his class in his mufti, because at that time he had not been given uniform, even after a whole week of attending their so-called induction. So some people had uniform, some people didn't have. He was one of the people who didn't have. So they told him, go to your class and then come back the following day for this. So the following day, my brother was around. My brother went there with him and still didn't get any uniform till Friday this week. Now we are still waiting. So the experience generally, I don't think I would be recommending that school to anybody because I feel that they have too much to deal with. Another stressor is school runs. Now, school runs in the UK versus Nigeria. School runs in the UK, maybe because of the weather is more friendly, it's a lot cooler in the UK. It's not as stressful. UK school runs too is stressful. What made it stressful for me was because I was always rushing to work, or my husband is always rushing to work because of the work culture. Whereas here, I am not working for anybody per se, I'm working for myself. So I can decide what time I get to my business. But the school here, the problem is they wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning to get children ready for school, which I, in my opinion, think is very crazy. She's just 4 years old. And they've told me that they will be picking her up at 6:30 in the morning. So I'm like, what? 6:30 a.m. you will pick her up. So what time are we going to get up? 5 a.m. to get her ready, to give her breakfast, to get her. I said, 5 o'clock in the morning for a 4-year-old. What are you going to be teaching her? What is she going to be learning? So apparently, because we are a little bit farther out from the school, they will pick her up first and then go and pick every other child, then take them to school. So I said, absolutely not. I don't care whether it's pouring fire from the sky. I'm taking my daughter to the school myself. I just asked them, I said, please, what time is the resumption time in the morning? They said between 7:45 and 8 o'clock. I said, that's absolutely fine. I will bring her to school at that time. So that buys me another an hour or something to take my time. I'm not getting any child up at 6:30. I can't be waiting at the gate for a school bus to pick her up. So yeah, so I just trashed that straight away. UK, they start, school resumes around 8:45, between 8:45 to 9 a.m. Whereas here is between 7:45 to 8. There's 1 hour difference. But then the thing is, school closes 2 o'clock for the primary here, whilst in the UK, they close 3 o'clock, 3:15. See? So if you look at the length of time that they spend in school, the UK is a little bit more. It's just the time they get to school that is a little bit later than the Nigerian system. So the child goes to school early and then comes back home early. I'm actually excited about this one. I won't call this one a stress, or I will call it something to look forward to. Is fully setting up my business and getting it up and running. Still in the process of registering. A lot of processes, to a lot of things to put in place to register. Um, Still actively looking for a driver. Yay, we have a nanny, we have a nanny. And in the last 2 days, thank God, in all of the things I've said and the stressors about the school runs and everything, having a nanny actually made that experience a lot easier for me. Because in the morning, when she arrives at 7 a.m., I'm just throwing the school uniform at her and throwing out the shoes and say, okay, you dress this one while I shower that one. And we all just leave the house together. And because I don't want to keep going forth and back, I just stay in my shop because my business place is closer to the kids' school. So I'll just stay there, then pick them up, and then we come home together in the afternoon. So that's what we've done in the last 2 days, which is working out. I think I'm a little bit stressed because it's a new system. I'm not used to this yet. So we are just settling into this is the busy part of Japada, which is getting the children settled in school. Yeah. So far, I would say I'll still give it a thumbs up. You see, this Japada, I want people to especially people who are seeing us as an inspiration, people who are thinking, yes, I want to do this because I'm doing that. I did a video that I don't know if I'm sure a lot of people remember that video because it went quite viral. It's where I talked about you jackpot because of your children. Be prepared to jackpot because of them. That's my story. I jackpot because of my children. Even though some people say, don't stop saying that. You are saying that for selfish reasons and all that. I really jackpot because of my children to give them better opportunities. And I jackpot that because of these same children. Because I see that they having one-sided culture, they need to be able to balance it. And that's why we are here. They already have the some of the British culture. I would say small some because the other, because of the younger ones. And then they are here in Nigeria to balance it, to learn Nigerian culture as well. Balance the two, makes it beautiful. They need to be able to learn these two cultures. I don't want them to be alien to Nigeria. I don't want Nigeria to be alien to them. I don't want them to feel like a stranger in their father's land. So that's why we are here. And Japada can be very expensive. I'm saying that again, and I'll be saying that in the next few videos as well, because I know that we're inspiring a lot of people. People are telling you that things are expensive. Please do believe them. People said it's because I'm shopping on the island and because I'm shopping from the supermarket. There is no way that you won't go to supermarkets to buy certain things, especially when your children are used to eating certain things. Like my children would eat apples, they would eat all these foreign fruits, and we still have to go get them from the supermarket, even their cereals and stuff. Now my daughter is starting to eat some of Nigerian food, which is a lot easier. I tried the open market today, although still on the island, and things are not necessarily cheaper. Things are not necessarily cheaper. If anything, I would say that the stress of going all the way to the market and the transport, the petrol cost, if you add that, you would have bought it near your house for the same amount of money. So sometimes you need to weigh these things. And then to me, it's not really cost effective to travel very far all the way to the mainland because I want to buy some food items and because I want to save some 20,000 naira that I'm going to spend 40,000 naira petrol to go to and fro. It doesn't make financial sense to me. So I didn't opt for that. I feel like you wouldn't have a choice than to do some shopping on the in the supermarket and then some in the open market. And thankfully, Miss Cindy, who I've been talking about, has been very helpful in pointing me out to people who can help me get things cheaper. Yeah, so Japada, when you are planning your Japada, make sure that you are really ready. You see, Nigeria has so many things that can frustrate you. Have I felt frustration since I came? I have felt frustration. But have I felt like picking my bag and running back? Absolutely not. And that's the kind of mindset that you need to have when you're coming here. You don't have the mindset of when it gets tough, I'm going to run back. See, if you are coming here with that mindset that I'm running back, you will definitely run back. I can give you that for free. You will see so many stressors. So don't bother to have that mindset. If you know you have that mindset, don't bother to jackpot at all. It means Nigeria is not for you at this time. Make sure that you are really ready. Make sure that you are ready. So I came because I am ready. My kids are ready. In fact, to me, I've already missed the window for some of the kids, like the two other ones that are there. I would have loved them to have this opportunity to go through Nigeria and then go back to the UK, at least so that they can understand some things. But I didn't have the power to do it earlier, but I'm doing it now with the last three, and I'm glad. And what gives me joy is every time I check with the kids, are you guys happy yet? Do you want to go back to the UK? They will say, no, 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 we are fine. Occasionally, I do have the arguments with my son when I'm telling him to do some things and he doesn't want to do them, he wants to play on his phone. And occasionally, we just burst out to say he wants to go back to the UK. And after 10 minutes, he's coming back to apologize that he didn't mean it. The girl who is 4 years old, she sees this house as her home. She loves it. She said, are we going back to the UK? I said, well, we'll be going back to visit at some point. And she said, oh, I want to come back here. I want to come back here. I like it here. It's exciting. And then our school, oh my goodness. She absolutely loved the school. These 2 days she's gone now. I keep checking in with her every day, and she likes the school, the teacher. She now knows the name of her teacher, and they've given them a lot of homework. And Nigeria is definitely much more homework. So if you are lazy, if your children are lazy, they won't thrive here. They have to be prepared to learn. And those are the kind of things I want them to awaken in these children, to ginger them. So lots and lots of homework that they've given them. They actually do more here. And yeah, so please, we like to inspire people. We are here to answer questions. We're doing it. It's doable. It's doable. We've been here more than a month now. The issues are there. Sometimes light outage will happen. Sometimes rain will fall. There will be bad roads. There are things that would, stare you in the face and challenge you. But you just have to take one day at a time and take it easy. Take it easy. I didn't come here with the mindset of I'm running back. And I thank God that God is keeping us safe. I think I'm just feeling that stress this week because of the light outage that we have from last week and because the children are settling in school and because of my son's school, I'm not particularly liking the way they organize their things. But aside from that, we are very okay. We are happy. Food is expensive. I don't know if you can see those shopping bags on there. We've been to Blanco supermarket again today. That is fast becoming my favorite place to shop. They've got a village market where you can buy, some, like grains and local stuff that you can quickly just put together. So yeah, so I think we are spending more in Nigeria, and I need to really work on that. I am making conscious effort to kind of, I can't tell you now how much you spend a month. I can't tell you now. Maybe after month 2, month 3, because for now I'm trying to see what I'm buying that I shouldn't be buying. I have a budget in my head, and I think for now I'm not quite sitting under that budget. So I want to I keep reviewing what I'm buying and what we are spending to see where we can cut, because we cannot sustain that. So if we are going over budget all the time, we can't sustain it. So those are the things that we are mindful of in our Japada journey. So thank you so much for following us on this journey. I just wanted to do this quick update. Keep liking, keep sharing, keep subscribing. We love you all, and we'll catch you in the next video. Bye.